Welcome then to Marina Bay in a tough, bumpy street circuit that will test these drivers to their absolute limit. So sit back and enjoy the action here at the Singapore Grand Prix.
And with that, I welcome you guys to this episode of the last of first challenge. As you saw in the title, we're driving here in full wet conditions throughout the whole session, 110 AI difficulty without ABS, but with racing line. Still, this is probably one of, if not the hardest challenge you can do if you're trying to get from last position into first position. And I'm sure we will. It will be a very hard race because it's obviously quite hard to overtake in the wet conditions. As you can see right now on the screen, we will do a one stop. The estimated overall time will be just over 2 hours. So really insane, especially insanely long race we'll need to take on. But let's not talk too much and get straight to the start of this Grand Prix, where we are right now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights now. And away we go here for the Singapore Grand Prix. Let's see how many positions we can make up in the first lap. Not getting the greatest of starts now, going into the first turn quite cautiously, but the cars ahead are quite slow actually. Let's see, going down the inside here of the Williams, of Sirotkin, and now also of Stroll. Let's see if we can make the move stick, driving very slowly through here. Looks like we can make the move stick, a little bit of wheel spin, but not too bad. And so far we made up 2 positions. Let's see, Ericsson and Hartley driving very slow, nearly losing the back end there. Did cost us quite a lot of time. Now the back of Hartley and Ericsson. Maybe we can do something down inside here of Hartley. We go for it. And let's see if we can make the move stick on Hartley. Not quite able to remove on Ericsson, but on Hartley, yes, we can. And that's us into P17. But yet, the first lap still not over, so we can make up quite a few positions on the first lap. This is normally pretty easy now, right by Ericsson, who's going away from the racing line. Try to go around the outside here. It's very close, very narrow, but we can make the move stick actually. And that is us into P16, not finished yet. We look once again down the inside here of Gasly, who's driving quite slow. And we now need to get the better traction than him, which we can, and that is us into P15. Now coming onto the second lap, we're now right behind Stoffel van Dorn, who does a very interesting braking move. We take the position easily, and that is us into P14. And now at the end of the second lap, we're now right behind Charles Leclerc. Very close, so we could try to go down the inside here into the first time, which is always could be pretty dangerous, but we managed to do it pretty nice, and that is the next position one. Same lap a little bit later. At the end of the lap, we try to go down the inside here of the Force India of Esteban Ocon. He defends very well. We're still side by side, going through the last 2 turns, probably side by side. Yes, we do. Can we make the move stick? We lose the car, and Ocon is saving us there, but we can't overtake him. A little bit later now, lap 4, a couple of seconds after that move. He does the same thing, then Stoffel van Dorn, and we win the position quite easily. And now coming onto the middle part of the 5th lap, we're right behind Sergio Perez. We got down the inside here, as we did on Gasly. And we can make the move stick, got a better traction now, and that is us into P11 now. Very nice move. And now coming onto the 6th lap, we're now right behind both Haas drivers. Grosjean here into P10. If we can overtake him, we would be in the points position. We go down the inside here into the 3rd turn, touch him there a little bit, but we can make the move stick, and that is us for the first time here. On a points position. Next up is his teammate Kevin Magnussen. Same spot as last time. The other Haas, but not this time. We're not going to dive him. We try to get the better exit here, and now try to take the outside line. So we have the inside line for turn number 4, and we have now the better traction. We can make the move stick, and that's us into P9. Next up is Alonso in the McLaren. So let's see how fast we can catch up to him. It is the same lap, a couple of seconds later. We got down the inside here, as we so often did. And can we make the move stick, touch the wall there a little bit, but yet we're able to get the position, and that's us into P8. Next up will be both Renaults. where we are right now, lap 8 right behind Carlos Sainz, going down the inside here into turn 5. It's very close indeed, but we can make the move stick once again. So this next up would be the other Renault of Hülkenberg and also the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see if we can overtake them before the end of the 10th lap. We are now in lap 9. Hülkenberg driving very defensively into the first turn. So we could try to go down the inside here into turn 3. As we so often did, sliding there our way through Hülkenberg. And can we make the mistake? Yes, we can by that traction once again. And that is the next position, one P6 now. And now a little bit later, once again a couple of seconds, Ricciardo driving defensively as well. We try to go down the inside here. It's once again very, very narrow here between the two of us. But we once again get the better traction. And that is us into P5. And for the first time, we're not having a car right in front of us. Next up is Bottas. He's 15 seconds in front of us. So that is quite a large gap actually. And coming now 5 laps later, let's see what the gap is. The gap is actually 9.5 seconds, so we nearly won 5 seconds there at the last lap, the last 5 laps. Very impressive stuff indeed. And now once again coming 5 laps later, let's see what the gap is. Once again we won 5 seconds, so 1 second per lap. Still, that is quite an impressive pace I had there, and that would mean that we catch them quite soon. And now coming to lap 23, we're actually able to see Bottas, but this problem is he will be harder to overtake than the other drivers. He's obviously not in a midfield or backmarker car, so that makes the whole thing quite more interesting. Gap is 1.2 seconds, so we should be able to close that gap on this lap and then attack on the next lap. Where we are right now, we're not right in front of Bottas, right in front of us, and he does a mistake, and we instantly make use of that. The road was very easy indeed. Bottas does a mistake. We take that position for free. Thank you very much. And now into P4. 3 laps later, we will go into the pits a little bit earlier than expected, but I wanted to do an undercut on the drivers ahead. They were quite far away. Let's see what the gap is currently on to. Yeah, okay, we can't see it right now, but the gap was, I think, 5 seconds to Bottas, and overall I think 12 or something to Hamilton. We come out into P6, was also expected from our side, but we'll see what we can do with the fresh rubber now. Hopefully do some quick lap times. And now coming 2 laps later, my teammate goes into the pits, and with them also Bottas and Verstappen, I think, as well. So this would be interesting where we would come out. Obviously wanting to overtake Bottas, but this is not our goal. Our goal was to get way closer to Verstappen and my teammates. So let's see where we do come out. We can see now Bottas driving out of the pits. Should we overtake him right now? And we also overtake Verstappen there. He's on the left hand side, and Vettel is also very close. We pass Verstappen, and obviously not Vettel because I'm Vettel. We're now right behind Raikkonen, so we made up huge pace there, trying to fight now against my teammate who does the same mistake as 2 other drivers earlier, and we can take that second position. Insanely good pit stop. We went in 2 laps earlier, 3 laps earlier, and now we are up into P2. Unbelievable stuff, and the gap to Hamilton is not that much as well. 10 seconds, obviously sounding much, but the gap was way larger before the pits, so we should be able to close that gap as well quite soon. 6 laps later now, lap 38, we can now see Lewis Hamilton. He's right in front of us. We closed that 10-second gap in these 6-7 laps. So really insanely pace ahead. Gap is now only 1 second. So let's see how fast we can catch up to him the last second and really make a move, overtake him. How long does it take us? We shall see. Lap 40 now. We are now right quite close behind him. But as you can see, he's a little bit faster on the straight than me because I was going for quite a lot of downforce and had not that much straight line speed, which was really problematic when fighting against these kind of drivers. And once again, coming until the end of lap 40, you can now see the benefits of driving with so much downforce. Look how close we can get onto Hamilton. Could have touched him there actually if I would drive a little bit faster there. But really pushing the car there to the absolute limit. And now onto lap 41 once again on the straight here in the first sector. We are now quite close. Hamilton is not driving the racing line. We go trying to go around the outside, but that's a mistake. And we take that free position once again. They are making a lot of mistakes in my eyes. I don't know why he kept continuing driving straight. We obviously take that. We go into the first position onto lap 41. And now coming onto the last lap, nothing really happened. We will now see something that happened for the first time to me. You can see we actually finished the race while still driving the race. I was quite confused as I was driving there. I obviously did not know what really was going on there. Was it like some kind of bug? Also, then Ricardo got the fast lap, which was, I guess, not really fair, because I personally don't think that he was faster than me at any point, especially considering my fastest lap. It was like one and a half, 2 seconds faster than his, so it really makes not that much sense. But yet, this is obviously because the 2-hour rule. The drivers are not allowed to race more than 2 hours. That is also in the game. I actually did not know that it was in the game. Thought maybe that it would be. Now I know that it is. So no big deal. We actually finished the race in P1, but this is now the last lap. I'm not entirely sure if it counts or not. I don't know quite yet. But yet, you can see now driving through the last couple of corners now in the last sector. We have Alonso right in front of us, a back marker, but that is no matter at all. The gap time was like, I think, 8 seconds, and we also got a time penalty at some point. I think lap 40, somewhere around that. I got a 3-second time penalty because I got 3 warnings. But now we go through the final turns. All of that does not matter, because we come across the line to win this race here in Singapore.
Let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop you, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
The time at the end was, I think, 2 hours and 1.5 minutes. And it took me around 3 hours to get this all done, because I could not do it in one run entirely. So it was really hard. So that's why I really hope you enjoyed this video. This last to first trench. I honestly did not thought that it would be possible to get from last to first in these conditions here in Singapore. Especially maybe because 2 hours is quite a lot of time, but still it was insanely hard to do this race. So I really would appreciate it if you would give that the video a like, and also subscribe to the channel for more F1 and also other racing games. And yeah, as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.